What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Kentucky Vlogs. It's the same day for me, but a different day for you. The last video I recorded the first part of this series. I'm seeing if you can still make money wholesaling vehicles. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Kentucky Vlogs. It's the same day for me, but it's a different day for you. The last video I recorded is a new series I'm doing on if you can still make money wholesaling or not by buying the vehicle as a dealer from a dealer and then sell it to another dealer at the dealer auction. So to see if you can make money off of it like that, because there's two different business licenses. There's a wholesale license and a retail license. So let me explain for the people that don't know what that is. Wholesale license, you can buy it from a dealer and sell to a dealer. You're not allowed to sell any vehicle to the public if you're a wholesale dealer. So then the other dealer license is a retail dealer license. Now that is where you can do retail sales. So what that means is that you can sell. You can buy from a dealer, you can buy from the public, and you can sell to a dealer, and you can sell to the public. So you're not restricted on who you can sell the vehicles to if you have a retail license. So just for the people that doesn't know that, then there you go. Now you know what the wholesale dealer license is, and you know what the retail dealer license is. So now that you know that, I'm seeing if I can make money selling these cars at the auction instead of to the public like I normally would, just to see if there's any profit there or not. I could wait and sell these retail, but I just want to give it a try and see what happens. And because I'm curious on if I can make $100 or not a vehicle and just get rid of them really quick like that and have a little extra from wholesale and add it to my retail profit that I make, just to add more and more ways of making money, because you always want to have a lot of different ways you're making money with any business you have. You want more than one thing you're doing that brings in extra income. So we got right there on the trailer. Of course you can't see it very good. It's getting dark now. It's 5 o'clock right now, and it gets dark at 5 where I'm at now. So you can't really see it that good right there, but it is there on the trailer. And it's a 2003 Dodge Neon. I think it's got 200,000 miles on it. I'm not sure exactly what the miles are, but I know it's higher miles. It's at least 180,000 miles. But I think it's right around 202,000 or something like that. The car is in decent shape. The interior could be a little better, but it's not awful. It needs a passenger front window motor because the window doesn't roll up and down on it. It was stuck a little down, so it was letting some water in when I bought it. That's how it was. The window is up now, so that there won't be no more water in the floorboard in the car, because there was probably about this much water staying in the floorboard of this car when I first bought it. And I was like, holy crap. Because I don't know why these people didn't just put the window up, because you can, if your window's stuck down, sometimes you can use a drill battery and stick it straight to it. Now you're gonna have to take the door panel off, but you can stick it straight to it a lot of times. And you hit the button on it after you hook. You gotta have a piece of wire on the negative and positive of the battery, and then touch it to the window motor, and you can find out if the window motor is bad. If the motor's bad, it won't roll up. But if it is good and your switch is the problem, then it'll roll it up, because sometimes it can just be the switch that you need to change instead of the whole window motor. So you always have to check it. And if it is bad and you just want to get it and put it up, and you don't want to have to get a window motor because you're just going to sell like that, then you can take it off the track and then push it up and then put something to wedge it in so it can't fall down when it hits a bump or something. But there's different ways of doing it like that. so that you can get the window up so all that water is not coming in. And you can even do it like that just until you do get the window motor, so that you don't ruin your interior with all the water coming in. But anyway, so I bought this car for $300, so there's a really good chance that I can make money on this one because of how cheap I got it. Because I won't buy a car like that unless it's a really good price, because they're not as many people want a neon, because they're an older vehicle, they're a really small vehicle, and they're not the best looking car there is. So they have to be cheap, because you got to buy them cheap and you got to sell them cheap. Anytime you're messing with these older vehicles with higher miles, you have to buy cheap, sell cheap, or you're not going to make that much money on them. So always make sure that you can make that you know the price range you should be on vehicles, and you can check that by just going to Facebook Marketplace, search that same vehicle, see what other people selling it for, and you can either sell it for the same price as them, or you can go a little bit cheaper, and then people's probably going to come to you because you got the cheaper one that's on there. Not cheaper one of every vehicle that's on there, but of that same kind of vehicle. Because you don't have to be the cheapest on Facebook, just be competitive with the kind of car you have compared to the other ones that are the same vehicle that's on Facebook. Because you also can't sell too cheap, because then you're just wasting your time, because you're not making no money on all these vehicles. Because sometimes it's better just to get a little extra profit each car and then sell less cars, so it's less of a headache. Because at first I wanted to just buy a bunch of cars that were really cheap, sell them really cheap, and only make like $300 a car and stuff like that, because they were selling like the next day and stuff whenever I was only making $300 a car. But you get to where you're buying so many cars, because to do that you got to be getting like 10 cars a week and stuff, or like at least 10 cars every other week that you're selling, because you're gonna have to sell a bunch of them to make the kind of money you want to make when you're only getting 3 a car. So it's better like just hold out, price it to where you can make at least $700. If you have to, take $500 profit when you sell it, but don't be taking less than $500 profit, or you're just wasting your time, because you spend so much time putting into these vehicles, picking them up, getting them ready, and selling them, that you're not really making nothing by the time you only make $300 a vehicle. So you got to be competitive, but don't be the cheapest guy out there. So, but anyways, I'm getting this car to the auction. I've been driving since, I think it was 10 o'clock this morning. I've been driving, taking these 2 cars to the auction. If you haven't seen the first video, make sure you go back and watch that, because I explain a little more about what all I'm doing with the vehicles. I don't want to go back and repeat all that stuff again for the people that did watch the first one. So make sure you go back and watch that, so you see the beginning of this series. And then the next series will be when they sell this Monday at the auction. And what I'm going to show you what I make off of them, how much profit I made off of them, or if I lose money on them, I'm going to let you know what I lost on them. So make sure y'all watch for the third part. So I'll pick back up when we get to the auction. We're getting the car unloaded off the trailer right now is what we're doing. One tire strap. Second tire strap, now the rims. we've got it off the trailer. We got to put the ramps up. It was leaking something out of it. I think it's got a hole in the radiator or something, or the reserve tank or something, because there's a lot of water on the trailer. But it's out, and we're gonna wrap this up at the house when we get back.